The chorus of wood frogs and spring peepers is giving way to the song of summer, which this year will be dominated by a cacophony of cicadas. Periodical cicadas have already been spotted in the Lake Geneva area. These every 17-year insects are among the loudest bugs on Earth. And as Taj Mahal found out, there's a lot to know about the swarms you'll be seeing and hearing.
Nick Dowdy knows a lot about bugs.
Insects are the core of what I do.
Dr. Dowdy is the head of zoology at the Milwaukee Public Museum.
The bulk of our collections here at MPM, zoological collections, are insects.
He's an expert in butterflies and moths, but also knows a thing or two about cicadas.
Yeah, they look like this when they're flying around. Cicadas are the longest living insect that we know of, but they're spending the majority of their life as immatures underground.
There are several different species of cicadas. Most are on an annual cycle, but there are a few that are different.
There is a big emergence this year because it's the intersection of two different broods, and that only happens about every 220-ish years. It's pretty rare for that to occur.
The cicadas we're seeing this time around are a bit special.
The two broods are brood 13 and brood 19. Brood 13 is the one we have here in Wisconsin, and that emerges every 17 years. And then brood 19 is more, it doesn't occur here in Wisconsin, but it does get into Illinois and more the southeast of the United States, and that one comes out every 13 years.
And the longer cycles are for a reason: protection.
There's too many cicadas for the birds in an area or the mammals in an area to eat them all, so they can survive better in an environment like that.
So what's good about this emergence? Dowdy says cicadas coming is actually really good for the environment.
As far as the ecosystem goes, it's this massive influx of food and resources.
There will potentially be trillions of cicadas all emerging over the next month. Prepare for them to be everywhere.
There's going to be a lot of cicadas around, for sure. It's going to get loud. And probably, while you're going on a walk or, a hike, you're going to see cicadas around. They might be, in the grass, on the trees, flying around a little bit, so they might be a little disruptive to outdoor activities.
Cicadas are harmless to us and won't hurt our pets, and they can actually be good for our lawns, providing environmental benefits. Once they get here, they won't be around for long, though. After they emerge, the goal is to mate. The males hang out in trees and ring out their mating calls. After they mate, they die, making their life cycle after emergence only about 2 to 4 weeks.
Some people also find it interesting to try to eat cicadas, and some people think they taste good. So, that's protein. And the same thing, that's what's happening with the birds and the raccoons and the opossums and all sorts of other things that live in the wild.
And after the surviving cicadas mate and die, the eggs they leave behind start the cycle all over again.
The immatures, they'll crawl down the tree and then they'll start burrowing into the soil. And they're going to burrow around and look for tree roots over the next 13 or 17 years. And they're just going to be drinking sort of the liquid that comes from the roots of the trees.